Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I've got something really exciting to talk about. The movie that critics are already calling not just one of the best of the year, but maybe one of the greatest films of the decade. I'm talking about One Battle After Another, the new dark comedy thriller from Paul Thomas Anderson starring none other than Leonardo DiCaprio. And if you've been wondering whether DiCaprio still has the ability to surprise us after all these years, let me tell you, this is the performance people are going to be talking about for a very long time. Now here's the thing. This film was hyped even before the first trailer dropped, and with good reason. It's the first time DiCaprio and Paul Thomas Anderson have teamed up, which in itself feels like a cinematic event. These two almost worked together back in the late 90s for Boogie Nights, but it never happened. Imagine waiting more than 2 decades for something, and then finally seeing it come to life in a project like this. And honestly, the wait might have been worth it, because One Battle After Another doesn't just deliver, it redefines what a dark comedy can be. So what's this film about? On the surface, it sounds simple. DiCaprio plays Bob Ferguson, a man who's forced to confront his revolutionary past when his daughter, Willa, is kidnapped. It's framed like a rescue thriller, but that's just scratching the surface. Paul Thomas Anderson uses that premise as a gateway into something much bigger, a satirical, emotionally charged, deeply political exploration of modern society. And you can feel it from the opening scene. It's sharp, biting, sometimes hilarious, and sometimes devastating. Anderson knows exactly how to push you into laughing at something, and then make you stop and think about why you were laughing in the first place. That's what makes this film so unique. It doesn't just entertain you, it makes you sit with uncomfortable truths about the world.
God damn it! Viva la revolution!
Anderson has never shied away from commentary, but here, he goes all in. He takes capitalism, extremism, class divides, political hypocrisy, and throws them into this absurd yet frighteningly real satire. At times, it feels like you're watching a funhouse mirror version of American society, but then you realize it's not that exaggerated at all. The comedy lands because it's close enough to the truth that it stings. But don't get me wrong, this isn't a lecture. Far from it. This is one of the most engaging, fast-paced films Anderson has ever made. At nearly 2 hours and 40 minutes, it never drags. Instead, it constantly reinvents itself as it moves forward. Sometimes it's a thriller, sometimes it's political satire, sometimes it's a heart-wrenching family drama. And all of those shifts are tied together by one very simple core: love. Yes, beneath all the chaos and absurdity, this is a father-daughter story, and that emotional through line makes everything else click into place. And this is where DiCaprio truly shines. We've seen him play intense characters before. We've seen him rage, cry, charm, and collapse on screen. But in One Battle After Another, he somehow manages to combine all those sides of himself into one performance. Bob Ferguson isn't just a father or a former revolutionary. He's a man wrestling with everything he's ever stood for and everything he's ever lost. One moment he's breaking down with vulnerability, the next he's pulling you into laughter with sharp wit, and the next he's terrifying with sheer intensity. Critics are already calling this one of the best performances of his career, and honestly, I can see why. Anderson surrounds him with a powerhouse cast to match. Sean Penn is absolutely chilling, Benicio Del Toro steals nearly every scene he's in, and young Chase Infiniti brings such raw energy that she becomes the emotional center of the entire story. Every performance feels like it's been finely tuned to fit Anderson's vision, which is something you can always expect from him, but here it feels even more deliberate. Every character represents something bigger, but at the same time, they never stop feeling like real people.
I'll be seeing you very soon.
Not if I see you first.
Viva la revolution!
And visually, this is Anderson at his best. The film was shot on rare VistaVision cameras, giving it a look that feels both classic and modern. Every frame feels like a painting. And then you've got Johnny Greenwood's haunting score layered on top, weaving through the movie like a second narrative. The music doesn't just accompany the story, it becomes part of it. And alongside that, Anderson uses a carefully selected soundtrack that adds even more personality to the satire. But here's what makes this film really stick. It's not just about politics or family or comedy or visuals. It's about humanity itself. The title, One Battle After Another, isn't just about Bob Ferguson's journey. It's about all of us. The grind of everyday life. The constant struggles. The small victories. The larger purpose. Anderson uses this movie to remind us that everyone is fighting their own version of these battles. And yet, despite everything that divides us, there are still universal things that connect us. Love, family, the desire to survive and protect what we hold dear. That's what makes this film so resonant, because no matter where you come from, there's a piece of yourself in it.
I didn't ask for this, that's just how the cards were rolled out for me.
It's not cards, you don't roll cards, it's dice.
Of course, not everyone is going to walk out of this movie feeling the same way. Some will be blown away, others might feel challenged, maybe even uncomfortable, and honestly, that's the point. The best films divide audiences because they force you to think. They don't just disappear the moment the credits roll. And One Battle After Another is exactly that kind of film. It makes you laugh, it makes you cry, and it leaves you questioning what you've just seen long after you leave the theater. So, is this the greatest movie of 2025? It might just be. Anderson has delivered one of the boldest, most thought-provoking, and entertaining films of his career, and DiCaprio has given a performance that will be remembered for years. It's satirical, it's emotional, it's beautifully crafted, and it might just change the way you look at the world. What do you think? Could this be DiCaprio's next Oscar-winning role? Will One Battle After Another stand the test of time as a true classic? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that subscribe button if you love cinema talk like this, and don't forget to like this video. Because in the end, life really is one battle after another, but films like this remind us that some battles are worth fighting.
I need you, brother. Sensei, please. Courage, Bob.